Hi, welcome to Mission Akron meeting. My name's Travis, you know that. I don't know why I introduce myself every time I have a mic, but I do, so that's what I got. So welcome to the Mission Akron meeting for June 12th. A couple of reminders I want to run through. We're going to run through this every time so that we remember what we're doing and why we're doing it, right? We want to remember that every time because that's really important. And so the first thing we want to remember is this, is our vision for the trip is Acts 1:8, which says, "And you will be my witnesses, telling people about me everywhere in Jerusalem, throughout Judea and Samaria, and the ends of the earth." The idea being this, that our missions philosophy here at the church and here in Connect Youth is built on this verse because Jesus gives us the awesome opportunity to be witnesses of him, and we have to go tell people everywhere. And here's the big thing. He tells them to tell people everywhere, and he starts in Jerusalem. But Jerusalem was their backyard. That was their town that they grew up in. That was the town that they knew. That was the place that they were all about. And he says that you're going to go tell people about me there. And then you're going to go a little further out to Judea, and then a little further out to Samaria. And then you're going to go all the way out to the ends of the earth. So he's saying that this is partially a process that we're all engaging together within the church and within what we're doing here at Mission Akron. And so our Jerusalem then, if you want to call it that, quote unquote, is Akron. And so that's why we are doing everything that we are doing here. And we're going to be taking the community, we're going to go into our community, we're going to be the hands and feet of Jesus, we're going to love people and show them that really well through serving them, through putting our needs aside for the benefit of the other people, right? So, I don't remember what slide I had next at all, so it just hit me with the next one. Right, okay, so here's our projects and partnerships. If in case you forgot, we are working with The Well again. We are also working at Love Our Community, Hartville, and partially in partnership with, we're going to be doing Flannels from Heaven with that as well. Jenna has all the information about that if you want it. But if you have gently used flannels that you want to donate to people, that's one thing that we will be doing is we will be going to Love Our Community in Hartville, making a big donation, and we'll be helping them out for a whole day. And they're an awesome organization that's all about reaching the community here in Hartville. And then we're also going to be working with Coventry Local Schools. The Remedy Church as well is partnering with us, and we're also helping them run their back-to-school kickoff, which is their shoe giveaway at the beginning of the school year. Yeah, you see the kick I did? I should have made it a toe touch, but I did it. Okay, I'm not flexible. And then we're of course partnering with Connect Church Community Missions Team, which is our missions team here at the church. We'll be doing a work day here, doing some stuff with the new building, so that's exciting. I'm starting to get more details about that, so that's going to be fun. We're going to help with stuff with the new building legitimately, so that'll be cool. And then next slide, please. Don't forget, we're going to Cedar Point Friday, August 5th. That's our fun day. If you have a season pass membership, I know some of you have already told me that you do, but your price for Mission Akron will be reduced if you have your season pass, or if you are just not going to Cedar Point because you don't like roller coasters. That is okay too, and your price will be reduced for that as well. Next slide, please. Here's some expectations. Don't forget, I need you to have 10 serving hours here at the church, preferably on the hospitality team, because if we're going to be practicing putting our needs aside for the benefit of other people in our community, we need to learn how to do that here at the church as well. So if that would entail coming early on Sundays at 10:15 and coming and finding me at the Orange Wall, and we will walk through everything. That's a good way to get in serving hours. And additionally, if you are short on serving hours for some reason, VBS is an awesome opportunity to serve as well. You can sign up as a volunteer and go to VBS, and there's tons of hours to do things at VBS for sure. So if you need those, let me know. Meeting attendance, we are at the second of the 4 meetings, so you're allowed to miss one of them and still come on the trip, but you have to be at 3 of the 4 of the meetings, and you also have to have a heart to serve. This is a big one. This is a big one that, I want us to be here not because we want to post cool things on Instagram, not because of anything else other than having a heart to serve our community and be here and be the hands and feet of Jesus tangibly. And so when we have pride get in the way, when we have our own view get in the way, when we have our own image get in the way, that's going to cause some problems. So as we're navigating this time together, I want to make sure that we have that heart to serve. And if I don't see that, we're going to have a discussion. We're going to have a talk about it, okay? I promise. And it won't be a bad thing, but it'll be a thing. And it'll be a thing that we'll have to talk about because having that heart to serve is very, very important when we're here on a missions trip, right? So the next slide, training dates. May 29th, the $50 deposit was due. If you, for some reason, don't have your $50 deposit, come find me. And then June 12th, we are there right now. That's today. And then we're going to be at July 3rd, and then July 17th is when the final payment is due on July 17th. So all the money needs to be in there, and that is the case. So if you are struggling to come on the trip because of money, please come find me. I do not want money to be the reason that you don't come. So if you need help financially, please, 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 please come talk to me, and we will work it out, okay? All right, next slide, please. High school, middle school students, $250 a person. Don't forget it. That is due by the 17th of July. And you also have to complete a emergency medical form. That is all done on missionakron.com. If you've not been to missionakron.com yet, you should do that. And then the other pricing things we've got are $250 for young adults, if $250 per person for a full week, $185 per person for 4 days, $50 per person individually if you are a young adult and you're looking to come on that way. I know work schedules are weird, but if that's the case, come talk to me as well. Fundraising, we already did chocolate-covered strawberries. Pepperoni rolls are currently happening. If you need more forms or if you have money to turn in, I have both of them by the box over in the hub over there. So if you have money to turn in to me, whether from pepperoni rolls or whether somebody donated money to you, just put it in the box, because if you hand it to me, I will lose it. 100% will lose it. So that is one thing we're doing. It's $13 per box of pepperoni rolls. They come with 6 per thing. And that's one thing that we're doing for raising money currently. And then if you want a support letter that you want to send out to people, we can work on that together as well. And then we've also got, don't forget, I think all of you are signed up. I think so. I'm looking around. I'm pretty sure all of you are signed up when I looked earlier. If you're not, you should do that. That's what I got. If you're not signed up, you should sign up. And then next slide, I think, is questions. Anybody have questions about what we're doing, about logistics, about anything like that? Do we have questions? No, there's no bad question. I would love to answer it. Yes? Good question. So the question is, when do we show up at the church and when do we leave every night? We are showing up at 7 a.m. here at the church, and we will be eating breakfast together, and then we will head out for the day, and then we will be leaving. Most days are going to be around like 9 o'clock. 8 to 9 o'clock is when we'll be leaving here. I will have a more next meeting. I'm going to have a lot more detail. I'm going to have the whole schedule ironed out by next meeting. And so we'll have like the hour by hour breakdown for you as well, and for your parents. And I'm also want this to be known by everybody. The dismissal time is, we're going to stick to it as well as we possibly can. And I'm going to do a great job at making sure that when I tell your parents that you're going to be done, that you're actually going to be done. So that's one thing we're gonna do and stick to this year as well. Yes, Link. For the Cedar Point, that's a great question, and I don't know. That will be I'm figuring that out before next meeting. Before next meeting, that will be ironed out, and the hour by hour. It's a great question, though. Any other questions? That's a question. It is hot dogs. That is a great question. I would love it if you could drive a van, if you're available. I do need, it doesn't have to be you necessarily. I'm just saying, like, I do need a couple more vans, because I have me and Ashley on some of the days, Kristen on all or some of the days. Most, except if I don't need her for one day. Okay, yeah, so I'm trying to figure that out. We're going to have 3 vans. I think Remedy Church has somebody who can drive a van as well. Deontay was talking to me earlier this week. Oh, good. What? Okay, great. Okay, any other questions? Okay, cool. I think lunch is ready? Question mark? Okay, Val's pretty sure. So here's what we're going to do. It is 12:34 as of right now. If you want to synchronize your watches, that doesn't make any sense anymore. But if you have an analog watch that you need to synchronize for some reason, it is 12:35 right now. I just saw it flick. At 1 o'clock, we are going to be back in here. So we're going to go eat. It is hot dogs and homemade mac and cheese and Jell-O and a bunch of other good stuff. It's really good. So I'm going to pray for our food, and then you can go ahead down there. And again, at 1 o'clock, be back in here, okay? Lord, we thank you so much for bringing us together as a team. Thank you for the people who have provided a wonderful meal for us and allow it to nourish our bodies and have a good time as we are eating together. We love you. Amen. Be slow. Just, okay? Welcome back to Mission Akron. So glad. How was your food, everybody? Good? I like slurping. Yeah, I love it. I liked slurping up the Jell-O personally. It's the best. So, as we get started on our training here, remember last time we met, we talked about the importance of sharing the gospel, how to share the gospel, and how to share the gospel through the lens of our stories. And I gave everybody the homework assignment of writing out your story before coming back here today. We have a reminder of the homework. I think we have a slide for that, Kristen. I remember I said this, take some time between now and the next meeting, June 12th, to write out your story that you would share to somebody using where I was, how Jesus changed me, where am I now. Show of hands, no shame. How many of us actually did this? 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. So for those of us who did do it, I'm going to have some questions for you. For those of you who did not do it, before the next meeting, which there's more than 2 weeks, there's a whole month this time, then I would like you to write out your story this way as well. Don't forget, if you need a reminder, that's what we're doing. Write out your story, where I was, how Jesus changed me, where I am now. For those of you who did write out your story, what did you learn about? What did you learn? That's a question I have. Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. So Gav said, for those of you who didn't hear, that in writing out his story, he was able to see all the pieces kind of fit together and see God's love in a new way. That's what he said. What else did we learn? Good job, Thomas. I'm glad you learned that. Sure. Memorial Day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. So in case you didn't hear what Steph said, she said that um, the where am I now has really been making her think a lot and kind of changed her in the sense of like realizing that Jesus isn't done with you yet, quote unquote, but also like that there's opportunities everywhere to share your story, right? Anybody else learn anything from the exercise? Well, okay then. So if you, for all of you who did not do it, I would encourage you to do it for the next meeting, which would be July 3rd. And the reason why is because you can see from some of your friends who have just shared it that you learn stuff about you and you learn stuff about God in a unique way. And this is an exercise that I actually do about once a year myself, right? Like because you have different moments in your life, things happen over the course of a year, and it helps you realize what God did in your life maybe over just the past year. And you don't have to write it out every time from like, this is what happened from the beginning of my existence. I was born at a very young age to now. It's like, no, you can write what happened. I'm talking like later. This one, you should write out your whole story. But moving forward, it's a good exercise. It helps you reflect. It helps you see where God's moved in your life. It helps you remember things that maybe he did differently than you would have thought. So I'd encourage you to do that. That's an important one. So, the part of Mission Akron is we are together on a team. And so being together on a team is a big deal. And part of being able to be on a team together is knowing each other. So I wanted to kind of jumpstart those conversations a little bit, because if we walk into a Mission Akron time for that week and none of us know each other very well, that's not going to make for good teamwork, right? So we kind of have to get to know each other in some ways. So first of all, I want to do one thing. And the first thing, before we do this next thing, it's a fun thing, don't worry. I want everybody to go around and just say their names so that everybody has heard everybody's name out loud at least once. I'll start. I'm Travis. Kristen, Ashley, Thomas. So, with that in mind, we're going to play Mission Akron Bingo. Mission Akron Bingo. So how Mission Akron Bingo works is I'm going to give you a bingo sheet. The goal is twofold. There are two winners to this game. The first one to get a bingo, and the first one to fill everything on it. So you've got two different winners. So when the first person gets their bingo, you don't want to necessarily stop. But here's how this game works. I have pens up here. You're going to get your own bingo card, and you're going to go around, and you can only ask each person to start one question. You can't ask them you can't just go down the line and be like, well, have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done that? Nope. You have to pick one thing to ask them and then move on to another person. And you'll eventually have to repeat. But in one sitting, don't ask somebody more than one question. You can exchange questions as well. I'd encourage you to do that. But get to know your team. So if they say something, don't just get them to initial it because you want to win the game. But if you want, take the time to hear the story. These things are pretty fun things on here. So some examples are: find someone who has eaten escargot, find someone who is a twin, find someone who's flipped over the handlebars of their bike, find somebody who does not like pop, all sorts of different things. So that's the game. I'm gonna give everybody a mission bingo card. Come on up. I don't know how to pass out stuff. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, Link. And I have pens and pencils and other assorted things up here. I will need these back because I stole them. So, yeah, from the gas station. No, from the church. I stole them from the church. So, I know, right? It's pretty cool. I will need one as well, by the way. I am also playing. And so is Ashley, and so is Kristen. Everybody's playing this, except Thomas. He can't do any of this, so. That's true. Thomas would beat us all. Ryan's right. Oh, other rule for the game. You can't just shout out loud, hey, has anybody done blah? Don't do that. You got to go talk to the person, ask them a question from your bingo board, get them to sign it for you, okay? And if you have a bingo, we'll stop the game for a minute. I'll walk through and clarify that everybody actually has a bingo, and then we'll keep playing down to everybody, okay? What's up? Not your backyard. What I meant by real camping on there, by the way, is just not your backyard. So camping that's not in your backyard. Does everybody have their bingo cards? We have pens up here. And go play your game. Remember, one question per time you ask somebody. Okay, pause the game for 1 second. I think we might have a bingo. All right, Link has a bingo. He says has painted toenails. Kristen, do you have painted toenails right now? You do. What color are they? They're teal. All right. Has been injured by a wild animal. That's me. I've been injured by a wild animal. I got stung by a Portuguese man of war. It was super great. It was not great. So, plays sports for their school. Is that Cassidy? Cassidy, good job. What sports do you play? Soccer? Nailed it. Laugh so hard they peed. Allie, what's that story? Tell me that story.
There's a lot of times that has happened, but
We.
see, when I find something very funny, I just keep laughing. Tell the story that I did. I don't remember. Oh no. Okay, so we were in Disney, and we were in the Haunted Mansion, and it was like dead silent, and like the ghost host was speaking and all that, and we were looking, like the part where you like go up and there's just stars. Lincoln, I was sitting with Lincoln because we were having a good day where we actually got along, and he was like, "Hey Stas, how you doing?" And it was really funny at the time, and I almost peed myself, and I almost kind of did. You tinkled. Yeah.
Tinkled. And then Carter didn't brush his teeth today, so rest in peace, Carter. All right, keep playing. Who has another bingo? Bingo. Logan's got a bingo. Well, I mean, it could. No, that's not a bingo. That's the O. You only have an O. Yoo-hoo. Diagonals are fine.
I won.
I would almost have a bingo. All right, who has bingos? Bring up your bingos. Bring up your bingos. Let's start with Malone's bingo. Here we go. So Cassidy has painted toenails. We already know I've been injured by a wild animal. Jenna plays bowling for her school, or she did. We have Allie again. Tristan also didn't brush his teeth today, so there's that. Well, we got another one. All right, so we've got Elena has eaten snails. Was that like as a dish at a restaurant, or were you just out in the garden and you were just like, yum? Friend's house? Was it like with the garlic sauce and everything? No, just snail. Nice. Devin's born in the same month as Lizzie. What month is that? January. We got 2 January people here. Oh, would you look at that? Jenna, what language can you speak? Espanol. Who can skateboard? I can't read it. Gavin can skateboard? Dang, all right. That's cool. But apparently you can skate, so. Same shoe size as you as Jenna. Nailed it. Lizzie's escaped many escape rooms. Many escape rooms. You've done 7 escape rooms? Oh, I was like, dang. I'm like, I knew you did a lot, but 7, that's a lot of escape rooms. Malone has broken a bone. That rhymes. What bone did you break? Hand and arms, dang. Elena doesn't like chocolate? Wah, wah. What? Kendall also plays a sport for her school. Do you play bowling? Actually, what do you play? I'm making fun of the phrasing. You did soccer. All right. Whose was this? Was this yours? I mean, whatever you want to do. You can keep it as a memento if you want. Bring it up. Okay, so this one is just a straight Tristan. Tristan's never been on an airplane. You can play a musical instrument? What instrument do you play? Dang, he's a musical boy. Has multiple pets. Tristan, you've been camping? You've been camping? Okay, nice. And then hasn't brushed his teeth. We already knew that one. That's good.
I'm doing that when I get home.
Well, that's good. I appreciate it. Okay, Lilybet. Okay, we already knew Spanish from Jenna. Does anybody else speak a foreign language that isn't Jenna? No? Okay, cool. All right. Espanol. Ashley's never had a cavity? That's not true. Wait. You've never had a cavity? But then why'd you sign never had a cavity? Oh, rip. So this isn't a full bingo. Rest in peace. Oh, yep. We'll get that. All right, so we know Jenna. Carter's never had a cavity. That true? Never had a cavity? Dang, dude. Get it. Broken a bone. Gavin. Gavin, what bone did you break? Nice. Kristen's been to another country, amongst other. Well, how many countries have you been to? UK. Okay. Yeah, it technically counts. Canada counts. Has more than one pet. Steph. All right. Here you go. Who? Oh, is this Tristan? Is this yours? Yeah, this is yours. Who's this one? JLW.
I have no idea.
Who's the initials JLW? What? Oh. So you can skateboard? No, okay. You've been on an island? What island? Oh, you said that. Devin's flipped over the handlebars? Many a times. He's like, yeah, it happens on the reg. No, I've never flipped over the handlebars, but that's not the question. And Steph's been real camping. Here's one. We got a bingo. Elena has never had a cavity. There we go. Apparently she's never had a cavity. I don't know what to tell you. Nailed it. Wait, Link's broken a bone? Holy moly. No. Whose bingo is? I do. Who Lily Beth? This is yours, right? All right. Okay. Well, does anybody else have anything interesting they want to share that they learned, maybe about the team? Here, let's all come back. Let's all come back to our seats for a minute. I'll come back to your seats. 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 Wow.
No release date yet, but
Back to seats. Okay, so for the record, the twin in the room is my wife. Ashley has a twin. Ashley has a twin. So I didn't reveal that card because I'm sneaky. But all right. So who found somebody who has the same shoe size as you? What are our pairs? Gav with Jenna? Oh, and Kristen. Dang. Okay, we got a 3-piece. Elena and Angie have the same shoe size? What size is it? 8.5. Wow. Tristan, who had the same shoe size as you? Ryan? Oh, nice. What size of shoes do you guys wear? 6? Oh, okay. Well, probably because your feet are growing. Okay, so I think the only person who speaks a foreign language in here is Jenna with Spanish. I almost said Spanish with Jenna, but okay, that makes sense still. Morse code does not count as a foreign language, unfortunately. Okay, what else did we learn that was interesting from our friends in the room? Anything? Anyone? That you learned that Ashley's a twin. There you go. She has a twin brother. And the best part is when she says I have a twin brother, she always says it like that. She doesn't just say I have a twin. And 9 times out of 10 people will ask her, "Are you identical?" And then she just stares at them like, "Twin brother. I have a twin brother." So no, we're not identical. That's impossible. Jenna fainted. I fainted in public. What happened to you? You just passed out. I got a vaccine in a Walgreens. I don't know, like a couple months ago. No, that's almost a year ago now. Dang. It was a COVID vaccine, and I got the poke, and then I passed out because I'm afraid of needles. So I woke up, and my friend Stacy, her mom was standing above me, and I was super confused. And then I remembered that her mom is an EMT in Fairlawn. And then I was like, oh, right, that's why you showed up, because I passed out in public and you're an EMT. And then, yeah, and I even looked at her, I'm like, why are you here? I wasn't at your house. And she's like, no. 3 bingos. Whoa. Yeah, they told me to go to the ER, and I said no. Yeah, I just went home. Has anybody else fainted in public? Kendall's fainted in public. Allie's fainted. What happened there? Well, Kendall said she drowned. That's how she fainted in public. Oh, that was recent. The immediate impact made you pass out. That's wild. Dang. All right. Okay, so that was our game. Does anybody else have anything they learned from Mission Akron Bingo? Cool. Well, it's something that we can do to keep learning about each other. I do have another game for us that involves the tarp, but not in the way you're thinking it involves the tarp. So we need 2 even teams. So we can go, I think we'll just go every other person. So starting with Malone, you're just start with 1, and then we'll go 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way across, okay? So starting with Malone, he's a 1. Cassidy? Tristan, you're 1. Nope, Carter's 1. Tristan's 2. Ryan's 1. Devin, 2. 1, 2. All right, 1's over here. 1's over here. 2's over there. One's over here. Just this vicinity. 1's over here. 2's over here. What? Nope, you're a 2. Okay, so here's how this game's gonna work. Although you're feeding Thomas. Dang it. I might need Kristen's help then. We don't need a slide for this. It's fine. No, it's cool. So what Kristen and I are gonna do is we're gonna hold up this tarp to divide the two in the room, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna have one representative from your team sneak up behind the tarp from each team. Once you're in position, we're gonna drop the tarp, and you have the first team to say the person's name that's on the other side wins a point. So I hope you learned names. So that's what you're gonna have to do is you win a point if you can say their name first. Right, it has to be the 2 people there. The people watching, this is key, people watching, you cannot give them hints. You cannot say names. I will give the point to the other team if you mess it up, okay? So the people on the tarp, so you have to sneak up and then say the name and we'll drop the tarp, okay? Okay. All right, let's get back in our seats for just a minute. Thank you for playing. It's important that when we're a part of a team together that we learn each other's names because names matter. Names are important to people. And this is also something to know that when we are out and about serving in the community, learning people's names is also important. That we need to remember that when you meet somebody out in public, remember their name. It'll go a really long way because people are generally bad with names, and it goes a long way that if we're putting our needs aside for the benefit of somebody else, to know their name for real. So I want to take some time. We've got about 13 minutes or so. Get together with somebody who you don't know very well, specifically you don't know very well, and in groups of 3. We need to be in groups of 3, and I want to take some time and pray for our trip. I'm going to pray for Mission Akron together, and here's what we need to pray about. We need to pray about the people we're going to meet, the places we're going to help, and the impact that Jesus has in the community. So get together, you and 2 other people who you don't know very well, and get together and pray together. Take some time. We got about 13 minutes. If you have prayer requests you want to share with each other, I would encourage that as well. But go ahead. If you guys can't divide on your own, I will put you together myself. So, and you can spread out all over the room. Take some time and pray. That's true, but Thomas is not praying yet. What? I don't know. Okay, you 3 can't be together. Y'all have already hung out before. Carter, Tristan, Ryan, y'all got to split up. That's okay. Gav, go with Carter. Allie, you want to come over with Tristan, and yep. Oh, you guys are already a group of 3. Well, just sit there. You guys are a group of 3. Go pray. Don't overthink it. You can do 4 in a group if we need to do a 4, do a 4. Yeah, you'll be okay, I promise. Not a group of 5. All right, take some time. Pray for each other, pray for our trip. I'll give you some minutes. You got about 10 minutes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pray for us, and then we can get on our way, okay? Lord, we thank you so much for this team, for the people that you've brought together here, that we can get to know each other, that we can do something so awesome as serving our city. And I ask that we would continue to have that heart to serve, continue to think of others, and continue to think of ways that you might want to use us throughout this time at Mission Akron and before Mission Akron when we're getting ready for it. We ask that you would be present in our lives, reveal something to us, even as we, most of us, write out our stories again, that we would learn more about who you are in that way and I just ask that you draw us closer to you. We love you so much. Amen. Thank you all so much for coming today and giving me your time. If we could pick up all of our stuff off of the floor, pick up any trash you might see as well on your way out. And then don't forget the next meeting is July 3rd. July 3rd. 3rd. And if you want to put your pens back up here in this cup, that would be helpful. Remember, I stole them, so it would be helpful to me.